Welcome to the JJ's Declutter podcast, where we tackle the mess and stress to make space for what truly matters. I'm Janice, here with Julie, and together we're sharing our best tips, tricks, and a little humor to help you declutter your home, mind, and life. Whether it's procrastination or piles of stuff, we're here to help you make real progress. Let's dive in.
Welcome back, everyone, to another episode of the JJ's Declutter podcast, Fractured Fairy Tale Edition. Today's story is one of grime, growth, and green fuzz. Yep, it's our holiday special, How the Grinch Got His Clean Back. And let me tell you, the Grinch's transformation is something we can all relate to, especially when we look around our homes during the busy holiday season.
Now, don't worry, Dr. Seuss. This isn't your Grinch. Our Grinch lives on Mount Messmore, not Mount Crumpit. And instead of stealing Christmas, he's been hoarding chaos for years. We're talking clutter, laundry mountains, half-dead batteries everywhere, and enough unmatched socks to start a band. Every flat surface was covered. Every drawer was a junk drawer. And his floor? Let's just say even his Roomba filed for early retirement and left a strongly worded resignation letter. So grab your cocoa and your cleaning caddy, because this tale might just inspire your next Tidy 12 session. A messy mountain morning. It was a chilly December morning on Mount Messmore when the Grinch woke up in his cave, stretched those fuzzy green arms, and immediately stubbed his toe on a pile of tangled Christmas lights. "Ow, who put those there?" he growled angrily. Of course, the answer was him, you messy little gremlin. His dog, Max, gave him the side eye. You know that look, right? The one that says, "We've talked about this multiple times. I've been patient, but this is getting ridiculous."
The Grinch grumbled his way to the kitchen, tripping over wrapping paper, dirty dishes, and what may or may not have been last year's fruitcake that had fossilized into something archaeologists would find interesting. He poured himself a cup of coffee, which tasted suspiciously like dust and regret. Oh my, that's what happens when you haven't cleaned your coffee maker since the moon landing. The Grinch sighed deeply and said, "Why bother cleaning? It's just going to get messy again." Oh, classic clutter denial. We've all been there, buddy. We've all used that exact excuse to avoid dealing with the chaos around us.
Mm-hmm. But just then, he heard laughter echoing from the valley below. The Who's down in Whoville were busy cleaning their homes for the holidays, and you could practically hear the joy in their voices. "Those Who's and their spotless counters," the Grinch grumbled bitterly. "Their alphabetized spice racks, their matching Tupperware lids, revolting." But deep down, underneath all that grumpiness and defensive posturing, a small voice whispered, maybe he was just jealous. Maybe he wanted what they had, a peaceful, organized home where he could actually find things and enjoy his space.
So now the visit from the spirit of clean. That night, as the Grinch sulked among his clutter and felt sorry for himself, a sparkle suddenly filled the cave. Out floated a glowing figure wearing yellow gloves and holding a feather duster like a magic wand. "Who are you?" the Grinch gasped, jumping back in surprise. "I'm the spirit of clean," she announced confidently, "and I've had enough of your nonsense." She waved her Swiffer wand, and suddenly the room transformed like a before and after commercial. What sorcery is this? The Grinch cried out in amazement.
It's called effort, honey, the spirit said with a knowing smile. And maybe a little vinegar and baking soda, the natural cleaning power duo. She pointed dramatically to his mountain of mess. You don't need to live like this, Grinch. You think this is just how life is, but it's not. You need a system, a simple, sustainable approach to keeping your space manageable. The Grinch looked confused. A system? The spirit nodded. Yes. Sort, simplify, shine. You've let your space drain your joy and steal your energy. Every day you wake up in this chaos, you're starting from behind.
The Grinch crossed his fuzzy arms defensively. Joy? I donated that years ago, along with my last functioning brain cell. The spirit wasn't having it. Then it's time to reclaim it, one load of laundry at a time, one cleared counter at a time. This is what we call the emotion first approach to decluttering. We're not just cleaning surfaces, we're clearing your mind and reclaiming your peace. The Grinch rolled his eyes dramatically. But here's the thing, he was actually listening. Something in her words resonated with that tiny little heart of his.
The hashtag Tidy12 transformation. The next morning, the spirit of clean appeared again, this time with a clipboard in hand and a determined look on her face. Step 1, the 12-minute tidy, she announced. I don't have 12 minutes, the Grinch snapped back defensively. The spirit raised one eyebrow. You have 12 hours to scroll on your phone looking at memes and videos of cats falling off of furniture, so hush. She set a timer with a satisfying click. Go. And you know what? The Grinch grumbled but started picking up. He threw away expired cans, folded clothes that had been living on the floor, and even reunited a sock couple who had been separated since 2019.
You see, said the spirit, watching him work. Small wins add up. This is the magic of working in small, doable doses instead of trying to tackle everything at once and getting overwhelmed. The Grinch stopped and stared at the clear spot on the counter, actually seeing the surface for the first time in months. He muttered, almost afraid to admit it. I can see the surface. The spirit smiled warmly. That's called progress, my friend. And the Grinch touched the clean counter gently. Feels weird. I kind of like it. The spirit winked. That's dopamine, nature's reward for doing hard things. It's free and it doesn't require Wi-Fi. Oh, we love a dopamine declutter. That feeling when you clear space and your brain just lights up with satisfaction.
Deep clean and deep thoughts. Once he got rolling, the Grinch couldn't stop. It was like he discovered a superpower he didn't know he had. He ran vinegar cycles in his washer to clean out all the funk, wiped down his counters until they gleamed, and even vacuumed under the couch cushions, where he found 3 candy canes, 2 quarters, and an unpaid electric bill from March. He thought, holding up that bill. Maybe I am capable of change. Maybe I'm not as hopeless as I thought.
Look at you, the spirit cheered enthusiastically. From grunge to Grinchtastic. You're using your keep or let's go system without even realizing it. The Grinch beamed with pride. His little green heart grew 3 sizes that day, one for each bag of junk he donated to the Whoville thrift store. His neighbors in Whoville were absolutely shocked when he showed up at the community yard sale with a smile on his face and a box labeled free stuff. slightly used, possibly cursed. But you know what? People took it anyway because everyone loves free stuff.
This feels freeing, the Grinch said, looking lighter than he had in years. I never knew less could feel like more. I thought I needed all the stuff that somehow it defined me or kept me safe. The spirit smiled knowingly. That's the secret, my fuzzy friend. Less mess, more peace. That's what we're all searching for underneath the clutter.
The Grinch paused, really thinking about it. So I don't need all this stuff to be happy? The spirit shook her head. Nope, you just need room to dance, room to breathe, and maybe a clean mug for your coffee so it doesn't taste like dust and regret anymore.
The Grinch gets his clean back. By Christmas Eve, the Grinch's cave sparkled like something out of a magazine, but better, because it was real and lived in and functional. His socks were folded, his sink was empty, and his heart and home felt light for the first time in years. He brewed a fresh pot of coffee, this time without lint or mystery particles floating in it, and the taste was actually good. He looked around his transformed space and smiled. I didn't just clean my space, he said softly. I cleared my mind. I can think better, breathe easier, and I'm not constantly stressed by the mess around me.
Down in Whoville, the Who's sang their holiday songs, not because of expensive gifts or excessive glitter, but because the Grinch had finally joined the light side of clean living. And that night, under twinkling stars, the Grinch raised his mug perfectly brewed coffee and whispered to clean counters and second chances. One to fresh starts and clear surfaces. The spirit of clean appeared one last time, glowing softly in the moonlight. You did it, she said with genuine pride. You found joy under the junk. You discovered that the life you wanted was hiding underneath the clutter all along.
Thanks, said the Grinch, his voice full of gratitude. I couldn't have done it without your guidance, your system, and your refusal to let me make excuses. She winked one last time before fading away. Oh, you could have. You just needed a little sparkle and a hashtag tidy12 to get you started. Now, keep it simple, keep it intentional, and keep decluttering. And from that day forward, the Grinch became the most enthusiastic declutterer on Mount Messmore. He even started a Facebook group, Grinch and Clean from Hoard to Heart. Membership, one very tidy green guy and one slightly traumatized but much happier dog who could finally walk across the floor without dodging obstacles.
So, what's the moral of the story? That even the grumpiest, messiest soul can rediscover joy through cleaning and decluttering. And maybe, just maybe, a clean space really can make your heart grow 3 sizes too. This is what we teach in the Clutter Crushers Club, that you're not broken, you're not hopeless, and you absolutely have the power to transform your space and your life using our emotions first approach. You just need to start with one small doable dose, one hashtag tidy12 session, and build from there.
Amen to that. Remember, friends, it's not about perfection, it's about progress. It's not about having a show home, it's about having space that supports your life instead of draining your energy. So, keep it simple,
keep it intentional, and
as
as always, keep decluttering.
It's so much easier when we're in the same room.
Oh my goodness. Thanks for joining us on the JJ's Declutter podcast. If you're ready to keep simplifying, follow us for more tips and join our Facebook community to share your wins and challenges. Subscribe here because it's always more fun to declutter with friends. And thanks in advance for leaving us a review.